All right, we are going to solve the above question under superposition theorem. So we should find the value of what? V naught. And if you look at the question carefully, you are going to observe that we are having three sources. We have 20 volts, we have 2 ampere, we have 1 ampere. So how do we go about this question? The first thing we are going to do is to consider each sources separately, right? So we are going to consider 20 volts while we switch off the other two sources. I hope you understand. So, and you are going to note that if we are switching off our current source, we are going to open circuit, right? I'm going to open the circuit. We are going to open the circuit here. So if we open this part, this wire becomes useless. If we open this part, this wire becomes useless. All right, but I'm going to draw. We are going to draw the diagram here for us to see it clearly. All right, so you can see this is our diagram. You can see it clearly now. So we open circuit this and we open circuit this. You can see the wire becomes useless. So we can just remove it. We can just remove them. All right. All right. So you can see now you observe that this and this they are in series, and so 4 ohms and 2 ohms they are in series. So let's combine the two together using RT1. That is 4 plus 2, which is 6 ohms. So you can clean this and replace it with what? 6 ohms. 6 ohms now will not be in parallel with this 6 ohms. So 6 ohms will be parallel to 6 ohms. So the combination of that, let's call it RT2. So this will be equals to 6 times 6 all over what? 6 plus 6. So 6 times 6 is 36. 36 divided by 12. That is going to give us what? That is going to give us 3, right? Yes, 3. So I'm going to have this to be 3 ohms. All right. So now we have combined this and this with this. So we can remove everything that is here and place this place to be 3 ohms. So now we'll now be having this part only as our what? Cycle. So for us to find our V1, it becomes easier for us. We can apply our what? Voltage division rule. So V1 will be equals to the total voltage entering the circuit, which is 20, multiplied by what? Multiplied by 3 all over 3 plus what? Plus 3. All right. So 20 times 3 is 60. 60 divided by 6. 60 divided by 6 is nothing but what? 10 volts. All right. So this is going to be equals to 10 volts. All right. So we are done with V1. So and we are going to go for the second one. All right. So we are going to consider 1 ampere. By the time we do that, let's consider this first. While we short circuit this, we open. All right, so here is our diagram, and we consider 2 ampere. All right, so you can see we short circuit our voltage source and we open circuit our current source. So this part becomes useless. All right, so you can see the diagram clearly now. So in series, this will be 6, which we have done before. In series, that is 6. So if we combine this and this in series, it's going to be 6. And if we put it here, 6 now will be in parallel with 6 here. And we have done it as well. 6 in parallel with 6 is what? Is 3 ohms, right? So therefore means that our new diagram now, we can clean this and then we'll replace this with 3. So that, yeah. So if we clean this, so you can therefore see how the diagram looks like. So this is 2 ampere. So this becomes 3. This becomes 3 ohms. All right. So we can therefore apply. Now, before we apply anything, we can, let's say we have a direction of current here. We don't know the current that is flowing through this side because this resistor here and this resistor, they are in parallel. And then when 2 resistors are in parallel, different current will flow through them. So let's say the current that is flowing through this resistor is going downward, and let's call it I1. All right, I1. So for us to find I1, since we know that the total resistor entering the cycle is 2 ampere. So I1 by current division rule is going to be equals to, now don't forget that when it's coming in this manner, since this place is negative and this one is positive, and we are going downward, so this current that we are going to consider here too will be negative. So it's going to be minus 2 multiplied by the opposite branch to this branch is 3. So it's going to be 3 all over 3 plus what? Plus 3. So that is minus 6 all over 6, which is what? Minus 1 ampere. All right. So now we can therefore calculate the V2 now. V2 will be equals to the current I1 multiplied by R, that is minus 1 multiplied by 3, which is minus 3 volts. All right. So I hope you understand this. So the next one we are going to consider is, we are going to consider our 1 ampere now, is the third diagram, and then we are considering 1 ampere current source. So now, and then this, you need to note something here. Since 4 ohms is parallel to 1 ampere current source, you can therefore convert this current source to its equivalent voltage source. All right. So, and then you know voltage is what? Current multiplied by what? By resistance, right? So for us to do that, it's going to be 4 multiplied by 1, which is 4. So we are going to convert this to its equivalent voltage source, and we are going to place it here. So you are going to see that now. All right. So you can see we have converted the current source here to its equivalent voltage source. All right. Now, if we do that, we have 4 volts, right? Now, and then you are going to see this part that is open is useless. We can remove it. And again, we are going to observe that this 6 ampere here and this 3 ampere and this 3, this 6 ohms here and this 3 ohms here, they are in parallel. And I think we have done something like that, or we did not. All right. 6 parallel to 3. Okay, we have not done it. So 6 ohms is parallel to 3 ohms. All right. So let's call the equivalent here ROT1. So this will be 6 multiplied by 3 divided by 3, 6 plus 3. So this will be 18 divided by 9, which is 2. All right. So this is 2. So we can therefore remove what is here. And remove this wire here. Let's disconnect this wire. All right. Then replace what we have here with 2, because we have combined it together. So 2 ohms. All right. So you can see that now. Now we can therefore use voltage division rule now to find our V3. All right. So if we want to do that, I think let's just do it here. V3, or I think we can do it up here. V3 will be equals to the total voltage entering now is going to be 4 multiplied by what? The resistor across V3, which is 2, all over 2 plus the series combination of this 2 plus 4, and this will be equals to 4 times 2 is 8. 8 divided by 8, which is 1. So this is going to be 1 volt. All right. So this is how to go about it. And you can see that we have gotten our V3, and our V0 is V1, V2, V3, which is equals to 10 minus 3 plus 1, which is what? 8 volts. So this is how to go about this question, and I hope this question is well simplified. You can comment that in the comment section. Let's know how far we are going. And peradventure, if today is your first time coming across our lecture, please do it to give this video a thumbs up, smash on the notification bell so that anytime we upload videos such as this, you'll be the first to receive the notification. And if you check the description of this our channel, you have access to our email address and our WhatsApp number. peradventure you want our private tutoring section with us, feel free to DM us. And peradventure you are struggling with your assignment, you can send them to us. We help you to deliver a premium service. And if peradventure you are reading any topic as well as giving you tough time, and then you want us to develop material for you on that particular topic of interest, feel free to DM us as well. And then don't forget that we have lots of materials on circuit analysis for your personal consumption. Stay tuned for more lectures. Thank you.